Hi there, it's Ashley here. Welcome back for another Stamp Crate Repeat video for today. Today I'm going to be making this fun little diamond fold card, and it's interactive, so it goes like this and you can pop it out, and it's just a really fun and unique card that's super simple to make. So I'm going to do a process video today and show you how I made it. I'll start out by showing you each of the products up close that I'm going to be using, and then I'll get into the process video. And I just love this little cutie who is in that little birthday bag, and it has a little happy birthday sentiment there on that little washi strip. So to start out with, I used the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink, and I will have all this linked below in the description box. You can find it over in the Your Next Stamp store. I also used the wire snips, and I used my Fiskars trimmer and my bone folder for my cards. I used 2 paper pads by Your Next Stamp. I used Birthday Girl, which is really cute. That's where I got this nice striped pattern here, and it has a whole bunch of cute bright colors on it. And then I used this spooky cute patterned paper, and it's for Halloween, and it has a whole bunch of really nice polka dot papers in there. That's where I got the pink polka dot paper from, and also where I used the paper for the little washi strip there. I used some of the Your Next Stamp Spooky Cute Sparkly Gumdrops. These are really nice, bright, fun colors, and they are sparkly. They're adhesive, so you can pop them on and give your project some dimension. And then I used this set here. It's called Rosie Rabbit Gift, and I used this stamp here, and then I also used the Happy Birthday sentiment, which I put onto one of the washi strips. And then I also used the coordinating die, which you can purchase separate. This I used the washi tape die set. This I used the little one, and it just fit perfectly to put my little sentiment on there, and I thought it was a nice touch and just something different for my sentiment there. So I'm just showing you how it's interactive and pops out. It's a fun little surprise to give as a card. So let's get started and I'll show you how I made it. So first of all, I'm going to take a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. This is on a cute light purple color, and I'm going to cut it with my Fiskars trimmer at 4 inches by 12 inches. And now that I have the 12 inches by 4 inches, I'm going to take my score tool and I'm going to position it at the 2 inches, and I'm going to score it at every 2 inches. So I'm scoring it at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, and then at 10 inches. Then I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to put on a little marking right at the middle, which is going to be at the 6 inches. And that's just going to let us know where the middle of the piece of cardstock is. Now you're going to position it so you're at that pencil line, and you're going to position it down to the very first fold score line that you made, which was at the first 2 inches. So I'm going to score it down diagonally, and now I'm going to do the same thing and do it from the top to the other 2 inches over. So you've got kind of like a triangle happening. And then with those same markings, from the bottom marking, you're going to go from that marking until the 2-inch marking. And then again from the pencil marking to the opposite side at the first scoring, which would be 2 inches in. And now you have all the pieces you need. So this is so simple to do. So that's pretty much all that you need to do for the scoring. So now I'm going to show you how to fold it so that it will work in the little interactive way. So there's a front and the back, and I chose paper that had a texture on it, so I'll know that the front is the texture, but you can know which side is the front where you put your pencil lines. So I'm going to do the first bit of folding, and I'm going to fold in both flaps on the outside. So those first 2-inch flaps you're going to fold in. So I'm just going to take my scoring tool, and I'm going to fold in the first end. So you can just fold it inwards. And then I'm just taking my scoring tool just to make sure it has a nice crease, and then I'm doing the same thing with the other side. So that's going to be the front part of the card, which comes in. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do both of the other lines that are there. So not the middle line, you don't want to fold that line, but you can fold in the second line and then the second last line. And then you're going to do the diagonal bit. So you can do the first diagonal bit, which will crease up to that pencil line that we had done. And then you can fold the second little diagonal bit. And then the last one here. don't fold the middle one. It's kind of there just as a reference, but we don't need that part folded. So now flip it back over and you can just kind of position it in and start to give it a little bit of a push. And as you can see, when you even just give it a little bit of a push, you can see the diagonal, the little diamond kind of forming. So you're just going to push it inwards, and it's going to start to look like your little diamond card. So now that we have that part, I'm going to show you how to add on the layering so you can give it different colors and pattern papers. So I'm going to take the first paper pad from Your Next Stamp. This one's Birthday Girl, and I'm going to use this nice striped pattern. I'm going to use the two sides with it, and so you're going to need two of these in the same pattern, which is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and that's going to go on the sides. You're going to need two of those. And I'll adhere them all once I have them all cut out and put on there. The next piece in the same pattern paper, you're going to need a square which is 2.5 by 2.5, and then you just turn it diagonally and then it fits right there perfectly. Now from the spooky cute paper pad, I'm going to take this pink polka dot and it's going to fill in some of those triangles. So you're going to need two of these, and these are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So you're going to take that, and I'll show you how to trim that out with the Fiskars trimmer so you know how to get those pieces that you need. So first off, you're going to take it and turn it so that it looks like a diamond, and you're going to put the point at the top and line it up at the bottom, and we're going to cut that square in half, but diagonally basically. So we're cutting that apart. And now we have those two pieces. Now you're going to put the flat part up against the top and cut apart from the tip there to the middle, and that's going to give you two pieces. And now you have two of your triangle pieces. So the one is going to go here, and the other one's going to go on this side. Now you're going to need to make some smaller triangle pieces. So you're going to take another one of the ones that we have just cut out, and you're going to do the same thing and cut that in half. And then you're going to cut it in half again. And now you have the two small pieces that will fit in that triangle portion. And now we're going to do that again. Now we're going to take the other square that was 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and we're going to cut that one in half. And you won't use all of it, but we'll use some of it. And then we're going to cut that part. And then again, put the base to the flat part and trim that. And that will give us two more pieces for our little folded card. And then we're going to cut this one apart, and that will give us our last two pieces. And my Fiskars trimmer, I definitely need to get a new one. The blade on it is broken. It always comes up, and so I need to get a new one of those, but for now it worked all right. So I put those last two pieces on, and now I'm going to take my ATG gun and adhere these down. And I'm adding on that middle piece, and this was actually very simple and easy to put together. It's really fun to make different types of cards. It's fun for the recipient when they take it out of the package to see a different type of card if they get cards from you often. So this is a fun, neat little one to try. So I'm just adhering all of these down. And then the last two pieces here. And now we have the focal part of our card made. So now we put it all together, and look how cool it looks. And I like how the inside is a different color. It really makes it pop when you open up. So I thought this stamped image was so precious and that it would fit perfectly. So I'm going to stamp this out using the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink. I'm going to stamp it out onto some cardstock paper. And I'm going to do the cutting with the coordinating die right now just to get that part out of the way. So I'm using the coordinating die and a little bit of Post-it note tape just to hold it down, and look how cute it looks on there. Now I wanted to take these washi tape dies, and I'm just taking a piece of that pink paper that was left over, and I'm using the smallest one. I'm just snipping it apart with my wire trimmers, and I'm going to die cut that out. And I think this will fit perfectly the happy birthday sentiment that came with this set. So I'm just going to stamp that on there, and it just fit like a glove. It fit so perfect. And I'm gonna have it kind of overlapping, which I think will be so cute. So let's get started with the Copic coloring. I'm gonna start out by doing some purple. So I'm using V17. And I'm just coloring around the bow to have more shadowing. And then I use V15 to blend that out a little bit. And V01. I tried to pick the colors that were on that striped pattern paper so that it would match really nice. And I decided I would do the little tag in that same purple color combo, V17, 15, and 01. Now I'm going to do the bow in a yellow color tone, so I'm using Y38. I'm going to do this package here and then also the little bow. Y35 and then Y32. And I think you could color this up in some really cute Christmas colors as well, and it would be a really cute image for a Christmas card. So this is a really good value for this stamp set because you can get a lot of different uses out of it. Now I'm going to do some green, so I'm using YG06. And I'm also going to do the little handle, YG03 and YG00. Now for the bag, I thought I would do it in a nice pink color, so I'm using RV17. And I'm adding all the darkest shading. This guy is so cute just peeking over that little bag. He is precious. Then I'm going to go in with RV14 and blend that out. And then I just went around the little handle with the darker RV17 and then back with RV14. Then I go in with RV13. And then I go in with RV11 for the lighter portion. And I blend that quite a bit, and then I go back in with RV13 just to help out the blending there, and then back in with RV11. Then for the bunny's ears, I go in with RV10 and RV11. For the little bunny, I wanted to make him look like he had fur and make him look very dimensional and fluffy. So very first, I went in with W1. I was going to do kind of like a gray color, and then I went in with W3 and added some flicking motion. As I was doing it, I really liked it, but I only had the W1 and W3 in this color tone in the warm grays, and I think I could have used another maybe like W4, W5 to get a really good blend and get a lot of texture happening. So what I do is I decided that I would add in some brown. So then I added in E53, and you can see this is a good example of when you're Copic coloring, just because you don't like something, do not trash it. Keep working on it because I absolutely love how this image turned out, and I was ready to give up at this point because it wasn't coming out just the way that I wanted. I wanted him, after all, to be brown. So I just kept working on him, and I went in with E55 and started making him a little bit darker. As I was doing that, I realized I loved how it was coming out in the brown color, and it was giving a lot of cute shading. So what I did was I took my E53 color and I just did a whole color coat over top of it and just kind of got rid of the gray, but actually it made a really nice background kind of shadowing to it. So I really like how that actually worked out as an advantage. And then I took E57 and I just started adding a ton of flicking motion with my Copic and making lots of cute little fluff on his ears. The nice thing about this image, I absolutely love this image, and it gives you all the spots where the fur is. It gives you all the little bits around its nose and underneath its eyes. It kind of just tells you where to add that dimension. So it was really easy to add in all the little flicking bits where they should be, and it just looks so precious. And I'm so happy that I ended up going with brown, because I think it added a lot more dimension with the little fluffy ears and everything. So then I went in with E55. So cute. Then I took my black jelly pen and I'm just scribbling it on a piece of paper to get it kind of started. I colored over the eyes and nose, and then I took my white jelly pen and added on some dimension. I added 3 little dots on each of the cheeks, and then I added some polka dots on the little presents and also the little tag. And then I just added a little bit of flicks where the hair on the bunny was. It just gives it a little bit of dimension, and added in a little bit of white lines, which I really, really like. I added some around his little eyes as well and on his face. And then I kind of just blended it out a little bit with my finger. And then I added on the white on his eyes and his nose. Then I went back in with E55 just to darken it a little bit more. And now I can adhere it onto the front of the panel of the card, and then I can put that little washi bit on top, and it is so cute like that. I wanted the washi to be nice and straight, and I just love how it is the same pop with the background color. Now I took the Spooky Cute gumdrops, and I decided I'd put on some yellow. I'd use some of the purple color and also the pink, and I did the medium and small colors, and then I just kind of copied it on the other side, and I think it just looks like such a happy birthday card. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this card. I will put the links below for all the products that I shared. You can find them over in the Your Next Stamp store. If you haven't, please head over to the Your Next Stamp YouTube channel and subscribe. I would love if you left a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.